Tell us your strategy for your business.
Okay. Focus on lead generation. No leads means no business.
Right.
My strategy.
But hold on.
Okay.
Put that down, because you know it.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Not yet. I
All
just
right.
did this.
But you do know it.
But I mean, I will.
Right.
I'm working on it, but I haven't got a chance to.
Right.
Okay.
The reason why I say that, is because when you're reading a piece of paper, you're not being natural.
That's true.
You're just trying to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to come from the right place. Because you know the objective, but I want to feel what you're saying, not just perfect letters on a page.
Okay, I just look at it a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm teaching you guys how to be clear in your strategy, which means this is how you're going to sell somebody. Well, then say, well, what are you going to do to get my home sold? And you start breaking down how the market works. And here's the stats. Here's what the appraisal is. This is what the market price is. Is your market driven by supply or is it driven by demand? Is your neighborhood driven by supply or is it driven by demand? What if you ask them that question? The person needs to start feeling that you know more than real estate just by the conversation that you're having. That's what the sales process is. By the conversation that we're having, you need to start saying that I'm the one that should be making the decisions and helping you make a smart decision. Do you understand? And how do we do that? What's the sales process? It's all questions. Right? It's a conversation. So, how are you going to get my home sold? How clear are you at articulating a strategy, and how well do you understand how it works? Because remember, if you don't really know how it works, they shouldn't hire you in the first place. But this is just some of the exercises. So let's just tell us briefly, what's your overall business strategy? If you had to go to the core bullet points.
Okay. Are we still recording?
No.
Oh. So, wait a minute. Okay.
Don't worry about the camera.
Okay, so my goal is just really, like I said, focusing on my lead generation, because if I don't have any leads, I don't have any business.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to gain 1,200 contacts between buyers and sellers, using my strong relationship building skills to gain these people. And my goal is to stay in contact with these people throughout the year. I have a 33 contact plan to where I'll contact them throughout the year, because I want to always be on top of their mind. So whether I call them, text them, however, they'll go, oh yeah, that's Shane, I know who she is. I want them to always be on top of their mind. And then also nurture those relationships. If they have something going on in their life, whether it might be an anniversary, a wedding, a birthday, or however, I'll reach out to them via, that's the reason for me to reach out to them. Okay,
so let's just stop right here.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about business and lead generation, what is she talking about? Is she talking about marketing, advertising, or sales?
Marketing, advertising, and sales. She's kind of touching them all.
What do you guys think?
I think just doing relationship buildership. Building a relationship.
Well, what category would that fall into? Marketing, right? Don't be afraid to just throw out some answers. That's how you guys are gonna. I was reading. I have a bunch of different sales things. You guys should always be having sales books and sales articles. And they're talking about you have to have a strong self-image to take risks, right? So the person that can take more risks in the sales process, take chances, has a stronger self-image, because if something doesn't go right, they're not going to fall apart. And remember, I told you guys, telemarketing and sales in general is all operated and run from your self-image, how you see yourself, right? So don't be afraid to take risks, because that's going to build your self-image up. You're the type of person that I can take risks, I can be vulnerable, I can take chances. That's how you're going to get what you want. Okay? So you're talking about marketing for the most part. Just be aware of that, because you need to have a marketing. And then what is sales? Remember, it's sales over marketing. So what's marketing? You guys remember what marketing is?
Marketing is more so advertising, like more so like branding yourself to the public.
So marketing is what you do to get into a conversation with somebody.
I like that.
That's why it sells over marketing. Sales is the act of influencing and getting someone to make a decision. Marketing doesn't do that. That's why I'm saying when we call it expired and they're not thinking about selling, they're not even interested, we can get them interested when they weren't interested. That's real sales power. You weren't thinking about selling your house today, but when I talked to you, you got excited about potentially selling your house and working with me again and going back into why you wanted to sell in the first place. Marketing doesn't do that. Marketing says, hey, you know what, that's like a good idea. Let me call and find a little bit more information. And then you're supposed to sell them on how to change their mind to make a buying decision. Does that make sense?
So you said sales is, okay, getting someone to get interested.
Yeah, so you're passing up the boxes, you're building your contact database,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Nurturing relationship with what's going on in their life, but that's not the sales process.
Right.
The sales process is when we start asking the question,
Okay.
why do you want to move? The end goal. How soon do you need to be there? Who do you know right now that needs to buy or sell? Family member, church member, relative, friend, coworker. See, when you guys call up and ask for referrals, you can't just say, who do you know?
Right.
You have to start placing suggestions for them to start thinking about things they're not thinking about. Who do you know that's looking to buy or sell right now? Family member, coworker, someone in your organization, nonprofit organization, a neighbor, someone from the store. Then every time you place that suggestion, they're going to start thinking in those areas to try to find someone for you. But if you just leave it up to them, they're not going to dig that deep. Make sense?
Another question that you put there again. I said, who do you know looking to buy or sell, of course. You said
Right.
another one.
And then you give them some suggestions. Co-workers,
Oh,
family
okay.
members, church members,
He also said,
nonprofit organization.
why do you want to move?
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one.
Right.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for in this is I want to hear the strategy. You have to know strategy is not marketing, it's not advertising. It's what you're going to do to walk someone from the time you're having the conversation to making them make the buying decision. How are you going to move their emotions? How are you going to paint that picture? So now that you have your center of influence, you have your 1,200 contacts, how are you going to convert them into sales?
Okay,
That's
so,
the strategy.
Okay, so what I did put on here, I said contact sphere influence to let them know I'm in the real estate business and ask them if they know anyone looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate to please keep me in mind, like, calling.
Right.
I'll reach
So
out.
then now when you would ask them that question, that would be the sales question.
Right,
But then you can go and elaborate and refine that strategy.
okay.
Because you have to remember, sales is not about, they're not thinking about making a buying decision.
Right.
That's why when the for sale by owner's like, oh, I can put my house on the MLS. So? That's not how you get home sold. Next.
Right.
That's not what we do. That's what minions do. That's why you don't see no value in a real estate agent, but that's not how you get a home sold. So Mr. Fisbo, how do you convince someone to buy your house? Sell me. Yeah, do you have buyers for me? I do. Sell me on why they should buy your house. How good are you at selling a buyer on buying your house? Hi, I'm calling about your house on 123 Main Street. Did you get it sold yet or are you still accepting offers? No, we're still accepting offers. This is why. Do you have a buyer for me? Yes, I do. Sell me on why I should bring my buyer and write an offer on your property. Well, the house is a good price. No, that's not why people make buying decisions. If that was all it was, then we wouldn't need professionals to come in here and sell property. I want you to sell me on why I should bring my buyer. You're asking me if I have a buyer. Yes, I do have a qualified buyer. 30% down payment, desktop underwriting, low debt to income ratio. They're highly approved. But why sell me on why they should buy your house of all houses? Because you're not the only house in this neighborhood. Sell me. You're the for sale by owner. Sell me. You want to do my job. Sell me on why I should bring my buyer and write up an offer. I'm not even worried about commission right now. I want you to sell me on why they should buy your house. What kind of approach do you think I would have talking to a for sale by owner like that?
They'll probably question themselves like, I
That's
might
what
be
we
in too
want to
deep.
do. That's what we want to do, right? But this is what I'm teaching you guys how to do it. If you're clear about your strategy in your business, because your strategy for your business is your strategy for your life. That's why I said, what decisions have you made in the last week that have tremendously improved your life? That's how you improve your business. If you make some strong decisions and you have some great, amazing results in your life because of that personally, you could do the same thing with your business. Not only if you did that with your business, it's going to translate into your business. If you did that with your life, it's going to translate into your business. Why? Because you're going to be thinking clearly, you're going to be feeling more confident, you're going to have more resources in your ability to figure out answers and solutions. You're going to be more proud of yourself because you made a good decision and you got a powerful result. That's what investing is. What is investing? You guys want to be investors, right? What's investing?
Investing is putting X amount of dollars and getting a return of X amount on the back end and protecting your money and
Well, how do you get the return, though?
investing wisely.
Exactly. You have to invest wisely. So what's the difference between investing in real estate and investing in decisions in your life on a day-to-day basis?
It's gotta be wise.
You see how it's all tied together? People are chasing the wrong thing. You are your success. It's not something that you do, it's who you are. That's what I'm saying. Why am I always the first person in this office? That means that you guys aren't serious. There's no way you could be serious. Because if you knew for a doubt, and you knew absolutely that you could make something happen that morning that could make you $30,000, why would you wake up late? Why wouldn't you be here early in the morning getting started? If you knew if you approached your day early in the morning and that was going to give you an advantage and a head start, why wouldn't you do that? But if you're just thinking, well, maybe today something might happen, I got a couple leads, maybe I'll prospect, maybe something will happen, maybe I won't, then you're not attacking your day with vigor and excitement and ambition because you're making something happen. That means you're not there yet. You haven't figured out how to win before you play the game. So I'm teaching you all these different things so that you can start applying them and be successful in everything that you do, not just in real estate. You have to start with your personal life and the decisions you make on a daily basis. Because it translates. If you can tell me decisions that you've made in your last week that have tremendously improved your life, then you can also tell me how you're doing it for your business, because it's the same thing. But if you don't even know how to make decisions that do that, you have a fundamental problem. That's where most people are stuck. They don't get very far in life because they don't know how to make smart, intelligent decisions and what that even means. Like I said, everything that you say should translate somewhere in your life as a physical manifestation or in the marketplace. And this is what you're going to be doing to the people that you're going to be asking them to list their property or that they're going to sell their home. Make sense?